Romans 6, 1-23. In verse 2, he said that we have died to sin, so we should not continue to live in sin. What does living in? That means living a life where Christ lives in me and like conforming to his image, like imitating him. And like get rid of the old self, the self that is selfish or desire things for like my own interests, or like like things that are displeasing to God, ones that are envious or hateful, stuff like that. So being more Christ-like every day, every moment. Slaves of righteousness, that means we should no longer be a slave to our body, which is like corrupted, is filled with corruption and fleshly and worldly desires, but instead serve God, who is a righteous God, and follow him, and like train our body, train our mind, train our thought process, train our action to do things that are righteous, no longer to do what we want out of our own desires, worldly desires, but to desire like heavenly, godly things, and so practice righteousness And it's not like, oh, I want to do it, or it's not like oh, I feel like doing it. It's you have to train your body, and you have to train your thought process to do it. So that's why you become a slave of it. Otherwise, you cannot, like, humans can only serve two masters, either God or something else that is not God. And so when you serve someone, you become their slave. And so you either are a slave to something that is not God, or you are a slave to God. And so you either train in the way of righteousness or not. And so that's why he asks us, or he encourages us to become slave of righteousness. And actually, when you're actually a slave of righteousness, the reward that you get are grace and mercy and everything that is good that comes from God, and not the repercussion of sin. And so, yeah. So actually, he said right here, like, the result of things that are from the body is death, and you are now the slaves of God, and your gain is a life fully dedicated to him, and you get eternal life from that. And so being a slave of righteousness is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay. For holy purpose. Amen.